I greet you with peace. I greet you with love. You must have not seen me for some time. I have been busy with some things. I just want to share a quick fast soul food with you. And this is the different stage of awakening and why people later get stuck. So many people who are waking up are getting so stuck today. And one of the reasons is the concept of spirituality has not really been fully explained or broken down to a lot of people. So many individuals still view spirituality from the concept of a movie or a book or a story. Only few people have really come to that deep peace with themselves. What spirituality is really all about. Hello, Jay, nice to see you. One of the first stage of awakening is that moment where you start observing the reality around you and start seeing that your attitude or what you are doing, because you don't know what you are, and you can just feel like you don't belong in this cycle. And then that's always the first stage. And then it now starts from you exploring yourself more. Like, okay, if I don't belong in this cycle, something is not right here. Then which cycle do I belong in? And how do I fix things right? Depends on your soul mission and the people around you. That sometimes can take you 2 years, 5 years. Depends on how fast your own growth is. Because don't forget, we have slow growth and we have fast growth. So many old souls, especially for old souls with a lot of karmic load and things like that, it's always a process. And sometimes that process can take a very long time with deep, strong sadness. Good afternoon, with deep, strong sadness. But from that process, you start now not giving up like, I am different from these people. Let me try to find out what makes me different, why I don't fit in. From there, you start getting exposed to the lies in the doctrine that you were born into or that you grow with. In this case, let's say religion. Let's say you are born a Christian or a Muslim, and you start knowing now that, okay, so it's not the only book as I've always thought, it's just a book. And it's not even, the stories are not even really just allegory. And the people wrote it even steal these ideas to just write a book to control people. Okay. So religion is a tool to control the people. Then that's the second stage now of awakening. You start understanding the lies. You start knowing this is the lie. Then the third stage is, now that you know the book is a lie, the doctrine is a lie, some of your cultures and traditions, that don't forget, it's not just religion alone. Some of your cultures and tradition is also a lie. But the moment you start knowing all those things now, then you start now decoding. That's the third stage. Although many people just get stuck in the second stage, knowing it's a lie. Because from the moment you start knowing it's a lie, there is a deep hunger and frustration that grows within you. And that anger and frustration will make you now become like a talkative. Will make you now become like a talkative. You want to tell everybody you know. You want to say it to everybody. Oh, this is not true. Don't believe it. This is a lie. Don't go there. You can't wait. You can't hold it. If you are not even careful, people around you will think you are going crazy, because everything you have always believed, everything you have always known, now here you are screaming that is a lie, screaming that they have to throw it away. But people will not everybody will understand you, because that has nothing to do with them really. That's just your own frustration. That's just your own anger, your own self-hate that is pouring out from within you for being stuck and believing all these years in a lie. So what you're really doing, you are not educating the people. This is what you have to know. You are reminding yourself constantly that this is a lie, this is a lie. That's why whoever you talk with, you start this topic. Whoever you meet, you start this topic. Whoever you hang out with, this topic. Some will even start avoiding you. They will purposely start avoiding you, because it's like, this man again, this woman again, same story again. I'm tired. If some that don't respect you can even start insulting you and treating you the way, you will even start running from them. But the reality is, what you are doing is just a constant reminder of you. That's the second stage. So the third stage now, if you survive and make it out of there, because not everybody, some people spend 10 years in that cycle. So what I'm talking about is not just something so fast. It's a process. Depending on how fast your growth is, that is how quick the process become. Some spend 10 years, some spend 6 months, some spend 5 years, some spend 20 years. Depends on your growth process. So let's say you make it out of that stage 2, and then you will enter stage 3. Stage 3 now is you understanding the lies and having peace with the lie. That's the stage 3 of awakeness. Understanding, okay, let me use Bible for example. Okay, wow. So Adam and Eve, this is masculine and feminine energy. And Adam is not a man. This is an era in human history. The garden, they call garden, is the conscious aura that surrounds a man. Okay, the earth herself is a realm. The voice of God that spoke was a frequency and a vibration. Then you start decoding, understanding, and making peace with the lies. Then you start understanding the esoteric knowledge behind the lies. Wow, the Solomon Temple. This is so talking about my brain and how it functions. The pillars. Wow, the wives, the 700 wives. You start understanding the meaning, why those lies was projected. And then you stop seeing it as a lie. Then you start seeing it as a hidden message. That's a stage 3. You start seeing it as a hidden message. Then you now know what they mean by her father of the Holy Father the mother, the son. You start understanding the meaning of Muhammad, what it represents. You start understanding the meaning of Buddha. You start knowing Jesus is not a figure, it's not a noun, it's a state of a consciousness. You start understanding why and what the lie really represents and what is hidden from the common man. So when you now understand all this now in stage 3, then in that same process of it can take you some years, of course, because you need deep studies and deep self-awareness to really understand it fully. Then in that process of you understanding that, you will start seeing that everything they are telling you about is you. That's where, wow, it's like a new door. It's like it's like a new bed. Then when you start knowing, all these stories is about me. Everything they talk about, this is me, the being I am, the observer. Then you start now bringing all this in and knowing that all this exists within the God, the Satan, the devil, the demon, the witches, the wizard, everything they are talking about is within you. So I am a living universe, being conscious and aware of this space and now. And I'm also multi-dimensional, which means I'm not just only here. This is a little fragment of me here. I stay operating different realms and different dimensions all at the same time, because space time is an illusion. So wow, then it becomes bigger. The picture becomes wow. In that process, that's stage 4 now. In that process of you becoming full conscious and aware of self, that's what we can call awareness of self. That's where you now have peace. Then when you see those that still waking up, you understand. When they speak a word, you know the stage they are. When they talk to you, then you get it. Because you don't just listen to them with your ear, you listen to the soul. And that's so beautiful and magical. So in that same stage 4, where you start now having a full awareness of self, then it moves you now into the stage 5. And the 5th stage is that moment you become now aware of yourself, then you will not know that you are not just you are not just yourself. You have entities, beings, a lot of things existing within self. So that room you think you are, that street you think you're walking, this is like an ocean full of different creatures. Everything is going by and coming by. Then that process now, that's where your third eye now starts opening and viewing the real reality that has always been hidden from you. Of course, it's a process. The process is keeping good diet, making yourself be more conscious of your presence, helping yourself to avoid a lot of chemicals, toxin, and sugars, things that can interrupt the growth of your third eye, avoiding toxic things. So all this plus your self-exploration, of course, will now open that your third eye, which will now make you be seen. That's the most beautiful part anyway. Which will now make you be seeing now the real reality that is hidden from the naked eyes itself. So from that moment, you start seeing the real reality around you. At the beginning, it's not easy. It's not easy because all those journeys you have been through now, you think you have learned a lot. But from the moment your third eye open, fear can come to you. Strong fear. Because you will see some things that your brain, your mind will quickly analyze based on the doctrines you are being into. You will think this one is bad, this one is not bad. You will be labeling them, oh, this is evil, this is good. Entities that want to destroy you can be so cool and lovely to you. Entities that want to save you or work with you can look so rough. So, but if your mind still judge, then you will not have access to what you really need. Because then you start seeing different things. Because from the moment your third eye open, two things also happen there. If you are not grounded, you can easily be possessed. This is this. Many gurus will not tell you, but this is fact. If you are not grounded, something can just take over you. Because just like you open your door down and a lot of people is running, they are looking for somewhere to hide. Something can take over you. Because so many entities need bodies to work with. They need a body, then they cannot use the body to move on their work. Because some are not so effective where they just do it from the spiritual realm. So when they can find a body, then they can really penetrate deep into people. But the more you're grounded, connected to your spirit guide, your ancestors, your own divine self, and things like that, the more you are able to create a protective cycle around yourself where those kind of nonsense will not happen, of course. Then in that same process, then you start understanding your main soul objective. Then you start understanding your own role to really play. So many of you, your role is to help other souls to ascend. So then you will always have to go on spiritual journeys. And because there are billions of stuck souls. And the more you help them to ascend now, the more you are fulfilling your own paths. Because it depends on the energy you carry, it depends on why you come here, because everybody have their mission here. So I just use that as an example. So the more you go and help soul to ascend, go to help soul to ascend, so many souls don't even know. They just connect with you and you see them, they call you, you go and answer them. And sometimes before you free some souls, you have to fight a lot of fights because there are also different entities holding them down that don't want them to ascend, that don't want them to be free. So there are some of your ancestors who are also stuck somewhere. They need you, that's your work. You have to come to them and help them. So while you are helping them, they are also helping you. It's like that. So the more you keep on doing this, that takes you now to the 6th stage of awakening, which is building your own tribe, building your own soul group, building your own team. And sometimes to build your team, this is what I always tell people, does not really mean you have to come to my house, sit in my house, you come sit here, you come sit here, we all be in one house before we build a team. Our souls can connect and be working together even while you are in Australia, I am in Japan, and you are in Europe, or you are in Africa, or you are in India. Regardless where you are, when that soul tribe, soul group is being built and reconnected, that's where the sixth stage really becomes so important. Then the seventh stage is trying now to fulfill the purpose of those people in your coven. Yeah, you can call it coven if you are practicing witchcraft. Fulfilling that goal. Let's say you connect now with this soul, you connect now with this soul, then with time you all are meeting and doing something extraordinary together and trying to heal and raise the consciousness of the Mother Earth together. That's where you get to the seventh stage. And in that seventh stage, you start feeling fulfilled. This is a process. The point between the fifth stage and the seventh stage is a very strong process, because sometimes you get to connect, and from the sixth stage you get to connect with your own soul group, but they carry a lot of karmic load. They carry a lot of things which you have to first deal with. Sometimes some cannot even stay, they will just go. It hurts, but yeah, they have to still go anyway. Yeah, because yeah, it's just like that. So it's a challenge. From the moment you start connecting now with them, how to bring that house together, how to bring that body together. Because don't forget, humans are so conditioned today. And one of the conditions humans have is sense of society, which is a lie. Society is a lie. But humans have been conditioned for a sense of society, which means I can say now, I have a very big land. Come with your wife and children. You come with your husband and wife. You come with your children and everything. Let us live together. Let us stay here. Let us dwell here together. Then you might see someone among your soul tribe, your soul group, who will say, but I was born in this place. I have my job here. I cannot just go. Then it becomes very difficult to build that community. And it's not so easy to find people who can be ready to say, I have nothing to lose. Let me let go and let's just move on and do it together. It's not so easy to find this. So that's why the sixth, seventh stage become very, very challenging, especially when you deal with humans. So many gurus, many people, everybody gets stuck in the fifth and sixth stage. So you just now focus on your individual thing. So when you try to build it like the way it should be, then it becomes very challenging. Then you have the society to deal with. Then you have so many things to deal with. But it's still beautiful, because for you starting it and making it to the fifth or sixth, you have done so well. And that's already a blessing for your soul. So please, I don't know the stage you may be right now. Please don't let people discourage you. Don't let the load, because sometimes it's like a heavy load. It's like you leave a heavy mantle on top of your water is sinking down. Don't let your mind deceive you or make you feel like you cannot do it. Focus. Be at peace with yourself. And take it easy. Also, don't rush. Take it easy. Keep on your daily rituals. Keep on your daily life. Keep on your daily soul expansion. This is what can help you. This is what can keep you growing. Connect to those energy that come with you to life, the good ones, not all you need. Connect to your ancestors. Very important. They are your guardian angels. Then you will be grounded and nothing can come your way. When people try to connect with you, when their energy is good, don't worry about failing. Welcome them with love. As long as you feel your energy between them is balanced, open your arms and welcome them. You need to connect with other souls. Alone you can never be happy. You can't even do it alone. You are useless alone. We need each other. We need to be together. It's very important. I wish you a nice day for today, and this is a quick fast soul food, as I said. I wish you a nice day. Bye bye.